guest today is Valencia Jaguars head girls basketball coach Raymond Montoya. A big game tonight. They'll play they're 18-6 and 5-1 on the season. Highland 15-8, undefeated in district. You'll take them on. They beat you once before. You'll take them on at Valencia tonight. Coach, a great pleasure to have you on the program this morning.
Thank you for having me, sir. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw you at the state tournament last year, and in fact, I think Coach Rhodey did a game with me when you got your team played. And it's funny because Bree had lost the day before, and I had to go ask her daughter. I said, "Hey, ask your mom if she'll do the game," because I didn't know Bree would. Man, Bree's a very good friend of mine, but they had lost, and sometimes you don't she may just want to do a watch.
Yeah, it's
and
yeah.
so anyway, she agreed to do it. And that was the good part because she did a heck of a job, and I loved your team. I loved the way you competed, and you're back on top of it again this year. Tell us a little bit about. I had Highland. I've had them 3 times. Lonnie Neal. I'm a Highland alum. I'm a Highland alum. Played there, coached there. I'm on the Alumni Association, but I'm down the line when I do their games. I had them 3 times this season so far. Tell me about the matchup tonight. Hey, it's for the marbles, man. Should have a good crowd out there in Valencia.
Yeah, it's a really exciting game. A lot of respect for Coach Neal. Back when I was an assistant at West Mesa, we were in the same district with him. And ever since then, his teams come to compete, and they play hard, and they get after it. They're real solid. So we played them early in the season. I think we got them by 18, but even that game was a lot closer than the score showed. They competed really hard. And then over there, winning at Highland is tough. That gym gets so loud, and they play hard. Their size match up for us. We're a little bit smaller of a team. We got length, but we don't got the same size they do. So it's a real battle for us. They're a really good team. They play really well. They execute, and his daughter, she's a phenomenal athlete. Strong, athletic, jumps really high, and she's really good with the ball this year. She's running a lot more point guard for them, and she really gets them going. So really excited for it. Really fun game tonight.
The ironic thing is I have Valencia and Highland boys at Highland, so that should be a good matchup with Coach Hadhoot and Coach Woody. Highland on a roll right now. They're rolling, man. But I know Coach Hadhoot's done a great job there. They almost beat Highland there last year. Very close. Valencia's building a good program there. And, you mentioned Rebecca Neal. She had 4 fouls in the first half last week and stayed foulless in the third quarter and fourth. I'm like, yeah, it's a gamble for Coach Neal to put her back out there to start the third quarter with 4. And she didn't get a 5th foul. And she wasn't even close to getting one. Because, as a coach, you're like, oh, man. And thing about Coach Neal, he's got an 8th grader playing, Maya Neal. And I'll tell you one thing, man, if they don't play the way he wants them to play, coach or dad or not, holy cow, I'm like, oh man, he'll let him have it. He'll let him have it.
Yeah.
One time he said, I remember a couple of years ago telling Rebecca, I'm not your dad right now. I'm your coach. And those things, you mentioned Rebecca Neal averaging 11 points, 11 rebounds, 5.4 assists, something like that, 5 points assists per game. They do put her. I think Tayton Gomez has been a great addition. Natalie Rodriguez. They're not the quickest people, but they're a good combo. They'll dish it off to each other inside, pocket passes. They're not going to kill you with athleticism, but Tayton Gomez had 27 on Friday night. She had 26 as the player of the game. So, I'm not. You already know, Coach. Heck, man, you'll be ready. No, nobody's scared now, right? It's like, hey, man, we got an opportunity.
Oh, you got to go play.
Right. Yeah, and I know you're looking forward to it. Let's go over your resume here. You've been the head coach of Valencia for 2023 to 2026. You're 62-26. Final 4 appearance 2024 and 25. District tournament champions 2024 and 25. You won a championship, man. You were also an assistant coach under Andrew Donnell, and that was at Manzano. And Coach Donnell, people may forget, won a championship at Berlin, man. He did. He won a state championship. Also was a state champion as a player at Manzano.
Yeah.
Coach Donnell is a darn good coach. So you learn from some of the best there. You're also coached under Coach Maddox, who's been at Clovis. The former Berlin star made a pit appearance there. Tell us a little bit about taking over Valencia. Who did you take over from at the girls' side at the Valencia? Who did you take over for?
It was officially Coach Zeller. He got the opportunity to go coach his daughter pro in Australia. He was here. He took over after Coach Mika Medina. He was here for the summer, and then he got that opportunity. And so I came in 2 weeks before the season started, before tryouts, my first year.
Michaela, right? Michaela was the coach?
Yeah, she was the
Yeah.
coach, and then Coach Zeller got hired for the summer.
You
And
know
then
what? I remember. Now I can't believe it's been 3 years. Now, Marty Zeller
me either.
has, yeah, it's crazy, man, how time flies. And Coach Zeller, all due respect, 4 or 5 titles at Los Lunas.
Legend.
Yeah, and an amazing resume. I have the respect. Michaela Medina, I'm the voice at Western New Mexico, and she's an assistant out there for the women's program. And I
Yeah.
think the world of Michaela as well. She's going to be a head coach again somewhere, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. But talk a little bit about that. What you were, handed off and the building of the program to where it's at. You got them playing pretty well, Coach. And again, tonight I'm excited about that matchup, man, because it's for the district lead here, baby. I mean, right? So
Yeah.
we don't need no hype. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the building of the program and where you are now.
It's been really fun. I think all my past experiences gave me a lot of great opportunity to get ready for this spot. You brought up Coach Donnell, coaching there with him for the 1 year. He really let me spread my wings, like in inputting an offense and a system, and really let me go. So coming in to Valencia, kind of already had ideas of stuff that works, stuff that I like to run. Um, the girls' first year, it was all about building trust with the group. I think that's the biggest thing, especially with girls that I've noticed. They got to trust you, and they got to trust that you're there for them, not just as basketball players, but them as people. And I thought we did a great job the first year, really building that trust. We had good runs. Unfortunately, we had an ACL injury right at the beginning of district, but we ran up into Kirtland in the pit, so we got pretty deep that first year. So it was really fun. Last year was our year where we really thought we could really go. Experience from the first year, a year under our belt of running our system, playing together, working together. And we had a really good year. Set the school record for wins. Got better as the season went on. We had Jaden Montoya leading us last year.
She was really good. I really liked her a lot. Yeah. Keep going.
Heck of a ball player.
Yeah, really good. I like her. I did.
Yeah, she was really smart. She was like having a coach on the floor. And then this year, our 3 seniors, Savannah Svedra, Jaden Montgomery, and Francesco Otero, they really took over the leadership roles and have really led us really well. We've gotten better as the season has gone on. We've gelled together a little bit more. We're inputting Naima Corrales. She's new to varsity this year, so getting her caught up to speed on the varsity level. It's been a really fun year. It's been a journey, up and down, and now we're hoping to peak at the right time.
Naima averages 12.3 points per game and 6.1 rebounds. She's a junior. So, sometimes, where does she come from? She on the JV? Did she play JV last year?
Yeah, last year she had to play JV. She moved here from Mexico at the beginning of the year last year.
You know
right
what, man?
Before school had started.
So you've had to, and she's only a junior, so she'll be back next year.
Yeah.
That's the good part. But you mentioned the trust part, and I think part of the thing too. What my understanding was that Coach Medina, I think they trusted. Michaela's a heck of a coach, man. She is. I had her on sports desk a couple of years ago, and then when you lose that, and then Coach Zeller leaves, and look, nobody's saying anything about Marty. He had a chance to coach his daughter, Tage, one of the best high school players there was here, man, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
He had a bunch of them. He had a bunch of them, man. He had when he in that system. So I think maybe when those coaches left it, your girls react different than guys do. And this isn't a knock. This isn't saying they're this or that. That's just the truth.
Exactly.
You mentioned trust, and so maybe there was a lack of trust about Michaela left wanted to better herself. She's at Western trying to get a master's, or trying to. I think she might already have a master's, but she wants to. I think get in the college level coaching. She I think was an assistant last year somewhere, and then she said, "Hey, I'm going to Western." A former Western graduate and player over there. So, and then Coach Zeller. So yeah, it might have been a trust issue when you came in. Talk about how you established that trust.
One thing we always talk about in our program is controlling what you can, energy, effort, attitude. And we just, at the beginning of the year, we let them know that's all we're looking for. We weren't looking for anyone to be perfect, anyone to carry anything on their own. Just everyone come in every day, do the best they can. We'll gel together. We knew it was a short timetable, so we knew it wasn't going to be pretty right off the bat. And it built that year as the season went on. And I think where it really turned the page is we went up to Kirtland that year, and they were #1 at the time. And all week leading up to that game, all we heard was rumblings among the girls. Hope we don't lose by 30. Hope we just keep it close. Hope we just compete. And after the game, I think we lost by 6 on the road. And it was a really good game. We were in it and just talked to the girls about it. Just, hey, like, if we should believe that we belong and we have the pieces, we have the talent. Like, sure, we're building it together still. It's year 1, but we got to have that belief that we can be one of those teams and compete with those top teams. And I think once they got the evidence of that, it really, from that point, I think we really started to gel and really started to trust each other on the court, in practice. And it really came together at that time, I think.
Been a huge thing, like you said, you mentioned that when you play an opponent that's so highly regarded on the road and play them tough, because that place, man, is, hey, man, how many they won? They've won numerous state championships, numerous. And,
Too many to count.
Right. And so, yeah, there's going to be that. But then when they realize, hey, you know what, we belong here. It's not like anyone's doing us any favors. There's a kind of a change of a heart, a mindset like, okay, next time, we'll see you next time. We'll see. Because they, right, they're human. They're not. And again, all due respect to their program, they run a great program. You have for years. But then and you're going up against the best, right? Measuring yourself against some of the best in the state. And so when they acquitted themselves well like that, they had to have felt pretty good about it. You got wins over Las Cruces, Las Vegas, Robertson, lost to Los Lunas. You've won 4 in a row coming into tonight's game. And I think that's, that the girls have to feel pretty good about themselves coming in to tonight's game, which, like I said, should have a good crowd out there. It's been years since I've been out to Valencia, man. And I remember even back in the day, GPS would get lost. Honest to God, this is when it was first built, but there should be a nice crowd out there today. Coach, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this year's version of the 25-26 Valencia High School Varsity Girls Basketball Jaguars after these messages on the sports desk.
Yes, sir.
Bynum running downhill. Oh my goodness! The circus shot by Deshaun Bynum. And
really bothered the Sartans as Flakes has it taken away by Daniel Aguilar. St. Pius looking real uncomfortable against this ball pressure as Aguilar off the swing pass, he cashes a 3.
There it is, the line.
Lovato with the score on Coach Heredia's favorite inbounds play.
Created player, just hustles everywhere. Finds the open player. Nice fake from Hogus, who knocks it down.
Hands of the Rams. Bynum. Yes! Deshaun Bynum from all the way downtown ties this game up.
Slings to the corner, Carter sidesteps to beat the buzzer. Moody touches it in.
4 seconds left in the quarter. 3 ball from Cordwa's up, fakes it in. What a shot by Cordova to beat the buzzer. The bank is open.
To Max Porter. Porter feeds Hunter Aim. Aim feeds the bucket with the
22, Nick Nunez alongside Aaron Lujan, taken away by Pablo Aguilar. Sanchez in transition finishes at the window.
Finds Roberts looking inside to Butler, who takes up and dunks it. Throw it down, big man. Hunter Butler.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Granite Passion are proud supporters of ProView Sports. They're located at 1309 12th Street Northwest. They're your one-stop shop for granite, quartzite marble, quartz, and install. Most jobs are completed in a single day. Give them a call at 505-242-1007. That's 505-242-1007. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26, also streamed on our Facebook page. I'm your host, Ed Nunez. Our very special guest today, Valencia High School varsity girls basketball coach Raymond Montoya. His Jaguars will take on Highland. Jaguars 18-6 and 5-1 in district. We'll take on the Hornets tonight, 15-8, undefeated in district, man. And like I said, let's get it, right? We don't need no hype. I know if I was thinking about it, if I know Coach Neal has some. Man, he calls some good plays, man. He's a smart coach. He's been around at El Dorado.
Oh, yeah.
Lonnie's a friend. I love Lonnie. I really do. He's a good guy, and he'll get after it. He'll, like I said, if he yells coaches his daughters, I don't want mean to say he's abusive in any way. He just, hey, man, pay attention. This is what's up. I'm not dad. I'm your coach. So remember, because dads and coaches, I coached my son for a while in AAU, and nobody made me madder than he did. We fought a lot. But, man, we love each other. We're very, very close. But those are the things that, the game brings out in you. Tell us a little bit about, we mentioned the wins that you have. You beat Grants closely to 41-40, man. And, again, Jesse Mondragon, watch out. Watch out for the Pirates. I like Jesse a lot, man. I do. She's got a lot of young players. But tell us a little bit about your roster. You got Delaney Estrada at 5.4 points. We'll get to Eden Montgomery here in a minute. Jaden Montgomery's at 11 points. Savannah Saavedra at 7.2. You mentioned Naima Corrales at 12.3. Francesca Otero is at 11.4. You've she's made 23 threes. Savannah's made 36 threes. Jaden's made 20 threes. Tell us a little bit about your offensive and defensive systems that have led you to an 18-6 and 5-1 record in district.
Yeah, we got a lot of girls that put in a lot of time in the gym, get shots up. A lot of them come 6 a.m. before school. But we really like to spread the floor. We like to get up and down if we can. Difference between high school season and summer is it's a lot slower, but we still like to spread the floor. We use a bunch of variations of dribble handoffs and ball screens to get us. Our main goal is to get into the middle, into the free throw circle, get in there, try to score. If we don't have scoring opportunities, that means there's help. That means we got kickouts, and we try to get the ball swinging side to side and we like to get shots up. We like to put them up a lot. Savannah has done an unbelievable job at that. I think last year she had around the 40 range as well. Delaney Estrada, she's freshman. She's been huge for us this year. Off the bench, there's games where she's had to start due to injury, to sickness, different reasons, and she always steps up for a freshman. I'm so excited for that kid. But Francesca, Monty, Jaden Montgomery, and Naima, they really get us going. Their job's to really initiate all the offense, get us into the middle, make other teams help on them, focus on them, and then they got shooters all around the court. We've had a couple younger girls step up huge that haven't got a ton of minutes. Speaking of the Grants game, Jadine Rios came in out of nowhere, and she hit a three with, I think, 35 seconds left in the game. We were down 2, and she put us in position to have a chance to win that game. So she stepped up huge. Liliana Smith has stepped up this year. They've given us some really good minutes, but yeah, it's really up to Naima, Jaden, and Fran to really get us going. They really initiated it all. And then defensively, we have our core principles, but we kind of game plan game to game. Some games we like to press a lot more. Some games we like to play more half-court man. Some teams force us to play zone, and I feel like our length really lets us adapt to each team and switch it up game to game.
We mentioned, I saw you at the state last year, and I was impressed with the Montgomery sisters, man, along with Jade Montoya. Jade Montoya, downhill, school player, got to the line, shot threes, had that intensity. You guys beat Pius, I believe. Was it Pius you beat in the tournament last year? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah. You beat St. Pius, and that's what I was telling you. I asked Bree to do the game the next game, and I wasn't sure she would, but she did. Because sometimes you lose.
At the pit.
Right. The pit. Did you beat him?
We played Academy.
That's right.
In the first round of the pit. That was fun. Yeah, Coach Skarsgård, man, he's doing a great job.
No, he that was a very good game too. But unfortunately, Eden Montgomery, who's they're dynamite together, man. Eden and Jaden. Tell us a little bit about the status of Eden, and she'll be back next year. But tell us a little bit about her status.
Yeah, Eden's had some pain started during volleyball, and they really weren't sure what it was, so she kind of just kept rehabbing, and we were giving her spot minutes, easing her into the season, trying to get her games where she could play like the more important games, give her rest where she could. And I think it was during the Los Lunas game, she landed on one foot and felt a really sharp pain, and so then they really did a lot of imaging, and yeah, she's out for the season, unfortunately. But her and Monty together, that was such a fun duo to see play together. The length between them two, the height, the energy they bring. But yeah, unfortunately, she's out for the season.
I thought they played well together, being sisters, right? I mean, did both of them play volleyball?
Yeah, they're both. I want to say they both made All-State. I know Jada Montgomery's All-State. I want to say Eden. She's at least all-district first team, and I believe she might have made All-State as well.
Yeah, it's a significant loss when you mention the loss of Eden Montgomery, man, because you counted on her. She was a returner. And I think the other thing is the pit experience. You got to experience that. And as a player, I was lucky I got to experience it. As a referee, I got to experience it. As a coach, came down with Highland. As a broadcaster, I don't think there's anything like the pit experience. That and you had Eden there, Jaden. She's gone, but Jaden Montgomery's back. But you had some people that have experienced that, and when you lose one, because they've seen it, the shooting atmosphere is different. The fans are different. You get nervous as heck, man. So talk a little bit about that.
Losing Eden, that experience, she's the anchor to our defense. We're able to funnel a lot of stuff to her because her jumping ability and her length. But having a bunch of girls return that played in the pit last year, I think Naima will be the only girl that didn't play in the pit last year. But the rest of them, they've been in there, I think the last 3 years, even with Coach Medina the year before I got here, they were in the pit. So
they were, I remember.
Yeah. We've had a lot of experience in the pit. it's different. Even we played academy at 8 a.m. and to start the game, it seemed so empty, so quiet. But once that game got going, and once we got, especially to the third quarter where we started making a run, the energy picks up in that building, and you feel it on the court. And then each year we ran into Kirtland in the pit, man, and man, that crowd just brings so much energy. The moment they make a three and they get a stop and make another shot, that crowd starts rolling.
You know, it's kind of funny. A couple of years ago, I remember they were playing Hope, and they must have had, I don't know how many fans, 5 to 8,000, and you couldn't hear yourself up there on the concourse. You really couldn't, and those things kind of can intimidate you, man. You know, they can, because they're you're in the pit, and when those fans from Kirtland and Gallup, they come with a lot of energy, like you said, a lot of energy, a cultural appreciation of what those teams have meant for years to their towns. So when they come in, they can, you're on the floor and you hear that, and yeah, man, they can change a 16-year-old or 17-year-old shot, or they're real quick, because then if they put things but I think the excitement, Ray, is getting there, right? And you want to, now that you've been there, it's like, hey, man, and they went to Kirtland and acquitted themselves well in front of a large crowd. Kirtland always has large crowds over there. And so they probably want to taste it more now that it's like, hey, we hung there on the road. People probably thought, remember their own thoughts. Let's keep it to within 20, and they kept it within 6. They've had success at the state tournament. They've got to be feeling, and tonight, more another test. I look forward to them tests. I always did. And when I was a player, I was like, oh man, you couldn't wait all day. Butterflies all day. You think about, you're in school, but you're thinking about that game. You can't help it. So there's times there's more basketball with tonight's first, but I think your team having that pit experience certainly is important. You there, Coach?
Yeah, that experience, like you said, yeah. Did it catch back up?
Yeah, it did.
Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
Yeah, watching last year, Kirtland, that's the game we scouted, was their game against Hope last year. And Hope saw the same thing in the first half. They slowed down Kirtland quite a bit. They used their length. They played a zone. But once Kirtland got rolling, that crowd really exploded and got going. And then happened to us the very next game in the Final Four. We were leading that game, I think, by 13 at half. And then in the third quarter, once they got a couple stops, couple made shots, it really got going. But yeah, the girls, the experience, the excitement, they put a ton of work in it over the last 3 years, especially these seniors. They put in so much work after school, before school. They've really bought into each other and what we were trying to do. And so they've grown a lot of confidence in what they can do. And we're hoping that we can really peak at the right time and compete with those top teams again, all the way down to the end.
Hope Christian, a big win last week. They beat Academy on their home floor. So there's been, the Bishop sisters came up big, man. They did a good job on Harper Dunn. And Coach Skarsgård said they did. They were hyped up to win. And the Bishop sisters, they're what, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", and they're playing a lot better than they're catching up. They're catching up to themselves. Coach Ray Montoya of Valencia girls high school basketball coach. Big game tonight against Highland, 18-6, 5-1. Hornets 15-8, undefeated in the district. We wish you good luck tonight and the best of luck for the rest of the season. Thank you so much for being our guest on the Sports Desk.
Thank you for having me, sir. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. For producer Alden Iwani, I'm Ed Nunez. We'll see you next week on the Sports Desk.